So, all right, so because there's a lot of people who go through that process of, feeling that fear and kind of standing on the edge and in that choice point,
Yes.
so to speak. So if we were to dig deeper into that moment for you, is there anything like specific that you do in order to be able to move through that and almost literally step over the edge and see what's out there?
Absolutely, that's a fantastic question. See, I'm a very strong believer that everything begins and ends with our minds. Everything ultimately begins and ends with the way we think. So there is such power in words, and there is such power in the way we associate words to certain feelings and events. So the word fear to most of us is debilitating. But what I've decided to do, and I encourage all the viewers and all the people that I train, is to look at fear a little bit differently. See, fear is actually an acronym. It's not a word. Now, I'm not sure if the viewers have heard this, but if we change the definition of what fear is, you'll look at it differently. So if you change the way you look at the world you look at will change. So I would like everybody to now change in their vocabulary what fear is. Fear is nothing to hold you back. Fear is actually an acronym, and it stands for false evidence appearing real. FEAR stands for false evidence appearing real. See, when we fear something, it hasn't actually occurred yet. When we fear something, so if I'm scared of something, if I'm scared to take a decision or make a decision or do something, it's usually just in my thoughts. And when I think of something that I'm fearful of, it might actually stop me or disable me from taking action. Now, whatever you're fearful of hasn't actually happened. Whatever you're fearful of hasn't actually happened yet. And the chance of it happening is highly unlikely if you do it properly. So I encourage everybody, and I do the same, when you look at successful people and people that have gone through challenges in their life, they've had to face certain fears, yeah? They've had to overcome certain fears, and I tell you this, that successful people and rich people and people that have made it to certain situations, their problems don't stop. We just have bigger quality problems, and we have bigger problems to deal with. So we now find joy in that because that's what happens. That's what happens. The more you grow and the more you develop and the more you become, the more you'll have, and ultimately the bigger problems you have. But then we don't look at these problems as problems anymore. We call it reframing. So the way we reframe things is that if I look at every problem as an opportunity for me to grow and to develop and to be inspired, so that I can ultimately inspire others, then I'll welcome these opportunities. Same thing when I teach sales and customer service. When you have a customer come into your store to complain, that's an opportunity for you to build a long-lasting customer, because the majority of customers will actually just never end up rocking up again. I mean, we've all done this. We've gone to a place, we don't like it, and we just never go back. Yeah. So embrace every opportunity, embrace every challenge, because that's what life's about. Otherwise, it's going to be boring. Yeah, it's not fun not being challenged. It's not fun being challenged. So I really encourage everybody, and I got to remind myself of this all the time, and I definitely remind all my students of this, is that embrace the opportunity. See what lessons you can draw from it, because in that, ultimately, you're not just going to grow yourself, but you're going to encourage and help others to grow as well.
Love it.